We continue this conversation about fear and helping the flock of God to become comfortable. And we've talked about those who fear their leadership. We've talked about those who are currently fearful because of past circumstances. And there are any number of other fears. There are personal fears that you need to be sensitive to and aware of. If you are leading in an area where that there's a weak economy and jobs are uncertain, and it may well be that a big plant is having a layoff, you need to be aware of people's concern and their fear regarding their job, because that's very real. You say, well, that shouldn't affect them spiritually. Well, that may be the ideal, but that's not reality. And if it were you, it wouldn't be your reality either. Hopefully we would override our uncertainty with great faith, but at the same time, there is that sense of concern that anyhow, if you pastor a church that is filled with quite an immigrant population, it may well be that they have a fear in changes in immigration law, or they fear a raid from the folks that work the border. And interestingly enough, I pastored a young man several years ago whose father had died in his mid-40s. He'd had a heart attack. As this young man reached that same age, he was gravely concerned that he was also going to die at the same age. So the starting place to knowing how to help people in their fear is knowing what they fear. It's interesting, and this will never be spoken, but as a church grows, there are sociological fears because the group changes. It expands. It may well explode. Our church has started having some of that experience. There's no way to know everybody who is there any longer. You just don't have that relationship. It's the fear of displacement, of losing my comfort zone. Where do I fit with all of this? What can a wise pastor do to reduce fear in the broad context of everything that we've shared and discussed over the last few weeks? Number one, the opposite of fear is faith. And talk about faith. Preach faith. I said in an earlier session, preach the excellence of the Lord Jesus Christ. As people come to see the wonder of who He is, they also begin to have faith that He has the ability to do what needs to be done. Talk about faith. Secondly, address real fears in times of corporate prayer. If there's a big layoff coming, don't put your head in the sand and act like, well, this isn't going to affect us. When you are together for family prayer on Monday, or your prayer chains, however you do corporate prayer, and by the way, you need to have a corporate prayer plan for your church. Whatever that looks like, address real fears. Call people together to pray about that thing that they're concerned about. Thirdly, to reduce that intimidation factor that I've discussed a number of times, we leaders need to walk slowly through the crowd. That's what effective leaders do. As you walk slowly through the crowd, you touch people. You reach over and you pat that man on the shoulder, and you lean over and you ask the lady who just started a new job, well, how's work gone this week? You are speaking peace into their life. You're giving them an opportunity to speak to you and to touch you. That creates comfort. Let them know that you believe in them, that you have a vision for them, that they are extremely important to you. That gets rid of fear. The fourth thing, and this sounds so simple that it's almost ludicrous, but I don't know, it may just be my wackiness, but get down on children's level and have a conversation with kids. I mean, be silly with them if you have to. If that's beneath your dignity, then you're just too dignified. Jesus attracted children to Himself. Children are only attracted to somebody with whom they feel comfortable. If you can create a fear-free zone for children. You can do the same for young adults, young people, your elders, everybody else in the congregation. But you can begin by practicing, by getting down on your knee in that center aisle and talking with that 7-year-old little boy about his week at school. Get rid of the intimidation. Get rid and let them begin to feel that you have a great assurance for them and a great confidence.